pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Motion approved minutes last meeting.
I'll second that.
Motion by Commissioner Jean Greco, second by Commissioner Warren to approve the minutes of the last meeting. Questions or comments? Yes.
I watched the video of the last meeting. When you adjourned from the regular meeting and went to the salary board meeting, it's my recollection that that's when the salary increase for the solicitor, Mr. Maher, was approved.
Was improved during the salary board meeting.
It's not in the minute.
Well, that's because it's a salary board meeting, that's not the commissioners meeting. That'll be reflected in the salary board minutes.
And that'll be
At the next salary board meeting, we'll accept those. All in favor?
Aye. Item number 5, motion to approve item number 5 is listed on the agenda.
I'll second that.
Motion by Commissioner Jean Greco, second by Commissioner Warren to approve the cash disbursements, electronic transfers. Questions or comments? All in favor?
Aye.
I'll make a motion to approve item number 6 is listed on your agenda.
Very good. Second.
Motion by Commissioner Warren, second by Commissioner Jean Greco to approve item 6, the seminar requests and or payments for seminars. Questions or comments? All in favor?
Aye.
So carried.
Motion to approve item number 7 is listed on the agenda.
I'll second that.
Motion by Commissioner Jean Greco, seconded by Commissioner Warren to approve item 7 to adopt the county budget, total millage of 10.83. Questions or comments? All in favor?
Aye.
So carried.
Make a motion to approve item number 8 is listed on your agenda.
Second.
Motion by Commissioner Warren, seconded by Commissioner Jean Greco to accept with regret the resignation of Patrick Ahern. Questions or comments? All in favor?
Aye.
So carried.
Motion to approve item number 9 is listed on the agenda.
I'll second that.
Motion by Commissioner Jean Greco, seconded by Commissioner Warren to approve the item 9 to award the cooler bottled water bid to J&J Springs. Questions or comments? All in favor?
Aye.
So carried.
Make a motion to approve item number 10 is listed on your agenda.
Second.
Motion by Commissioner Warren, seconded by Commissioner Jean Greco to approve item 10 to reappoint Daniel Farm to the Susquehanna County Conservation District. Questions or comments? Yes.
What is the line of duty there?
It's a board of directors position that says policies and procedures for soil conservation. Yes.
Why is there reappointment? What happened?
Their terms only last so long, then they have to be reappointed. All in favor?
Aye.
Okay.
Motion to approve item number 11 is listed on the agenda.
I'll second that.
Motion by Commissioner Jean Greco, seconded by Commissioner Warren to approve item 11, to appoint Lillian Theophanis to the Susquehanna County Board of Directors position. Questions or comments? Yes.
Are these paid positions?
No, they're all voluntary.
Thank you.
All in favor?
Aye.
So carried.
Motion to approve item number 12 is listed on the agenda.
Motion by Commissioner Jean Greco, I'll second that. So reappoint Commissioner Marion Warren as Susquehanna County Conservation District Board of Director. Questions or comments? All in favor?
Aye.
I'll enter an extension, please.
One abstention. Item 13.
Make a motion to approve item number 13 is listed on your agenda.
Sylvia, do we know how much they use that? It's always been an issue.
The jail doesn't use it per se, it's for the inmates, and it's required that
I
they
know
have
what
it.
it's for, and I
Yeah.
know what's required they have it.
They don't use it extensively, some do, some don't, but is it used extensively? No, but it's required by law, or else we have to pay a CO to sit upstairs in the law library with an inmate while they do all their research.
I know that, but the
Okay.
last time we did this, there was an issue as to what we were actually subscribing to.
And we did change,
Change
because
companies.
the other company was way too expensive, they tripled their price. So we changed to LexisNexis.
And this is as a result of that. Change?
Well, we changed to LexisNexis
That
a
was
year ago.
sometime, yeah, right.
And so
Okay.
we've stayed with them because they've kept their price down.
Still a lot.
It is, but
Second, I know they gotta have it.
Motion by Commissioner Warren, second by Commissioner Jean Greco to approve item 13 for LexisNexis, yes.
Can you explain what that is,
It
LexisNexis?
basically is a research center that allows the inmates to go in and look up their rights and look up legal stuff. We're required by law to let them do that. All in favor?
Aye.
Item 14.
Motion to approve item number 14, as listed on the agenda.
I'll second that.
Motion by Commissioner Jean Greco, second by Commissioner Warren to authorize planned maintenance agreement with Reed's Generator Service in Jackson. Questions or comments? All in favor?
Aye.
I make a motion to approve item number 15 as listed on your agenda.
Second.
Motion by Commissioner Warren, second by Commissioner Jean Greco to acknowledge termination of Jonathan Cronk by the Proprietary's Office by Susan Olson. Questions or comments?
Why was he terminated?
I'm sorry, what?
Why was he terminated?
Personnel issue. All in favor?
Aye. 16, motion to approve item number 16, as listed on the agenda.
I'll second that.
Motion by Commissioner Jean Greco, second by Commissioner Warren to terminate Sonia Bomersham, Assistant Director of Elections. Questions or comments? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Public comment? Yes.
I was wondering, I understand that the tax rate has been reduced, and could you explain something, how much, and is it for this coming year, 2013, and was it as a result of the impact fee?
First of all, the tax rate was not reduced. It's still at the same millage. However, we are taking Act 13 money and doing a reduction in taxes, which equates to about 1 million taxes. It equates to 1 million taxes will reduce the tax bill.
And then what would that amount to? If you have like a $100,000, let's say it's a $100,000 assessment, what is it per thousand? If it's 1 mil less, how would you describe that? What would somebody save?
I couldn't really tell you. I know that 1 mil equates to about $840,000. So, and that'll be spread over the tax bills to all the residents and businesses, 1 mil reduction.
So it means what, you took $840,000 and put it into the budget from the impact fee?
Yes.
And so we don't know what 1 mil equals
1 mil equals about $840,000.
as far as for the whole county, but not per thousand?
Tax bill? No.
Per tax bill or per thousand?
But if you want to call Tom downstairs, he can get you that information. Other questions, comments?
Motion to adjourn.
I want to make a comment about granting a raise to the county solicitor, who's also an associate in Mr. Jean Greco's office, who was selected at the first time you met in January of 12. And it was $25,000 part-time, no benefits, and now it's $35,000 to do this exactly the same job. And the reason given was that he had more freedom of information requests that he had to do. And that's what was from the table, and it is recorded. I think that a family of 4 at poverty level in this country is in the low 30s, and a part-time job for $35,000 to do what he's appointed to do for $25,000, I think that was a travesty, my personal opinion.
Thank you. Any other comment?
Yes, I'd like to know also if it's, I was reading an article here in the Rocket Courier about the crimes and jails on the rise in Bradford County. Do you have any kind of report to us whether our crime and how our jails are doing? Are they full, the jail that we do have, and the crime rate? They did a study, they're doing a study, they spent $20,000 to do a study on the crime rate. Can we spend any impact money, like $20,000, to do a study in our county? Because I understand from the state police our crime rate is rising the past 5 years, and see why it's happening.
No, I can tell you by the number of warrants that are issued out of the deputy's office that it is. There's far more domestic disturbances, there's far more protection orders put out than there was a year or two ago. So, yeah, it is.
What about burglaries and other crimes?
From the report that I saw, didn't look like that.
And
was really going
DUIs and all that?
up. Yeah, DUIs are up because now we have a task force that's implementing that, and so a lot more people are getting caught, and a lot more people are getting charged with it.
And then what about the prison population, the jail population? Is it full, or do you still have space?
Prison is not full. It's, I'd say probably 80% or 90% of capacity. But you also have a jail that's split between male and female, which creates another issue.
So you don't feel you need to do a study like Bradford County at this
No.
point? Your rate, you don't feel the rate is significant, like they feel it's 30% increase that they have in the crime rate that's reported at this point?
Any other questions?
On the topic of the jails, I heard, someone told me, I don't take that as reality. Can you confirm or deny or make a comment on whether there is a night court for the folks who work in the gas industry, if they get picked up for DUI or whatever, or brawling? I heard something to that effect.
Well, there's no night court that I know of. I know that sometimes the magistrates are called out in the middle of the night depending on the offense, but that depends on the offense. You'd have to check with the magistrates on those.
Okay.
Are there any commissioners' meetings or any meetings in this community room scheduled between now and the next meeting of the commissioners? And if there are, would they be posted on the website?
There's no meetings that I know of, unless there's one that gets called, but it'd be advertised. There's no commissioners' meetings scheduled. And as far as the website, yeah, we're working to see what we can do to get things on the website.
So they wouldn't be on the website now?
My understanding is the commissioners' meetings are not posted on the website.
Other than to say that they're the second and fourth.
Right.
So no provision for a special meeting, or, because special meetings are announced in the daily newspapers, which come from Scranton, and we don't subscribe, so
Well, we
most
are-
people would not know.
Right, we are working on looking at the website to see what we can do to take and get more information on there. We do have the flood mitigation plan that's been put on. EMA is trying to post all of their meeting dates on there, so we are working on trying to do it. There are some issues with the website as far as being user-friendly enough to get things done, and that's what we're looking at now. So we'll continue to try and address them. Any other questions?
And at the January meeting, in the agenda, there's gonna be a list of all the upcoming meetings that you mentioned something like that, Commissioner Warren, when I asked about the meetings that take place. You said it's promulgated at the first meeting of the year.
At a reorganization meeting, which would be like a conservation meeting, they'd have a reorganization meeting, and it wouldn't be part of our agenda, it would be part of their agenda.
So there's no central place to get this information? You have to go to each one of the separate entities?
Actually, on the county's website, there are meetings listed there, but like Chesapeake Bay is not listed, but the last meeting that we went to, we did make sure that they agreed upon, so that will be advertised at the beginning of January for all of their work sessions, their Chesapeake Bay meetings, and their regular meetings.
And the conservation meetings, they're
They're the meetings I'm talking about.
what about the planning meetings, the planning commissioner? I forget his name.
The director.
Templeton?
Templeton, yeah.
That we're looking at trying to see what we can do to get that all listed in the county website, but they do advertise in the 3 papers.
Okay.
All right. Okay.
When would they be advertising? It would be for the first articles that appear in January?
I would think the first week in January.
Okay.
Now, has the tax rate ever been reduced the past 5 years?
Yes.
Yes.
When was it reduced? Do you have a year and what amount?
A year ago, wasn't it?
Last
2 years ago?
administration.
I don't remember.
I don't remember
It
the year.
happened twice, 3
Reduced
times
by
in the
now.
last
Right.
Yeah.
time, yes.
The last 5 years, you're saying?
Any last questions?
And then the budget did you vote on the budget this morning?
Yeah.
And then the budget that you voted on, is it any difference in the total amount compared to last year?
The total amount this year, if you look at the budget by itself, the total amount this year is higher than it was last year. It was 23.8 last year, it's 24.8 this year. But if you take the 3.9 million out for the impact fee, then you're down to about 20,900,000. So that, in actuality, the budget's less this year than it was last year.
All right.
Can I have a motion to
You
adjourn?
got
There was a motion on the floor, I'll second that.
Okay. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
We're adjourned.
9:15.
Yes.